in biblical times, they would give in the month of Adar a half a shekel in the Torah time to the Mishkan. That was to help build the Mishkan. Okay, the Mishkan was finally built in Nisan. So Parsha Kitisa talks about that. But there was another half a shekel that people give, just a half a shekel. They want to give 3 coins. I'll talk about why we do 3. But during Adar, later on in temple times, people give another half a shekel every year. And that half a shekel would be collected, and that would go to the Beit Mikdash in the month of Adar. And it will all come to all that money we put together. And they buy like the Tamid sacrifice, the daily sacrifice with that, and other needs of the temple. They would use that money for that. Now, our custom today, why would they do it in Adar, month of Adar? They do it in the month of Adar because they want to use money. They start announcing at the beginning of Adar. And then throughout Adar, they collect, and then they have the money ready in the beginning of Nisan, which is the new year, according to the Torah. And then they'd be able to use that money for the new year for sacrifices for the new year. So they collect it like near the end of the year. Adar is the end of the year. That's why we do it during Adar. And they would start collecting really around pouring time. That's why we put that money in at this time, zecher, in memory of that money that was collected. That's actually the background behind it. Now, why do we do 3 instead of a half a shekel? We do that because it says 3 times in the Torah. It says truma 3 times. So in memory of that, we do it again in the verses connected to this discussion. It says it 3 times. So we do it for 3 coins. So that's like the basic like historical piece behind that. There's a few like technical laws connected to it, and it's one general idea. I would just share a general idea right now. Like I think that this is like very connected, even though it's not like actually instituted based on pouring. It's based on what we're doing in temple times to support the Mikdash. It's very connected. Like going into Purim, it's a holiday all about the community. So I think it also helps get us in gear to contributing to the community. The money today doesn't go to the sacrifices; it goes to poor people or to the synagogue as well. It can go. So let's try to get us like in gear. So what do we give? So some people actually give the equivalent of a half a shekel of silver. So the math behind that is 9.6 grams of silver, and that would come out to 0.82 per gram. So that's 787. Some people give that full amount, but you can give 3 half coins, which is $1.50. Okay, so you can do that. You put the money in, you'll pick up the coins, and then you'll put them back down. That's a way to do this custom. When do we do it? We do it right before mincha on Ta'anit Esther. If you don't do it, guess what? You could do it all the month of Adar. Why? Because that's originally instituted based on that. But we try to do it as quickly as possible. Before the Megillah in the night, before the Megillah in the morning. But if you forget, you could do it all the month of Adar. And that's basically the general halachot. Some people give money. Fathers will give their Machatzit Hashekel for the children who are below age 13. So they'll give their money and they'll have them in mind as well for that. So this is some halachas connected to this. It's a good way to give to the community, give tzedakah heading into Purim. And so when you're doing it, you'll know that we do this kind of based on an ancient custom. And it's kind of, in a way, it kind of gets us geared up for Purim, which is all about connecting to the community. And that's really like the basis of all of Purim, connecting the community, and through that, enjoying immense blessing from Hashem.